Hello world, welcome to our channel Frotela. In this video, we are going to learn CSS from basic, like what is CSS, why we use and where we use. We will also learn how to add styles for web pages, different ways to write CSS and to add comments for CSS. If you don't know what is HTML, please find the link in the below description to learn more about HTML. Okay, let's get started now. CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is used to give styles like color, padding, margin, fonts, font size, and many more, which makes a web page look beautiful. We can use CSS in web development. Let's see the syntax. This is how a simple CSS code looks like. Here, P is selector, color is parameter, and blue is value. Selector. A selector can be a HTML tag or attributes like ID or class. Parameter. In CSS, there are different types of parameters like color, background color, font size, font weight, and many more like these. Value. This we will assign to that parameters according to our requirement. Like for color, we can give colors like blue, black. There are plenty of colors to use. So now it's time to make our hands dirty to code CSS. Let me create a folder for me. Let's name it as project. Open that folder in Visual Studio Code. Let me create a new file. Let me write some code like HTML tag. Let's save it as index.html. Head tag, body tag. I want to include some text. Happy Valentine's Day. Today is Valentine's Day. So let's run this file. See, now we can see the text. I want to style this text using ID, which ID name is paragraph. I want to style using ID. We should include in the style tag. Let me give a color as maroon. Now it's changed to maroon color. I want to align it to center, so it's in center now. Let me increase font size to 48. Font family as Arial. Let me include an image. Let's download an image from the internet. So let me choose an image. It's good. Let me download this image and name it as image. So it's in our folder now. We can place it here. So let's run this. Now you can see the image. I want to place this image in the center. Let me give class name for this tag. So I want to style this image using class name as image with width auto and height as auto. I want to give padding at left so that it will come to center. Okay, now it's in the center. Let me add a button. I want to send some gifts to someone. if we include break tag, it will come to new line. Let me place this button in the div tag so that I can style. I want to name it as align. So I can add CSS to align using tag.class name. I want to make it center. I am giving padding at left 500 px. I want to add margin at top with 20 px so that it will be I want to add style for my button. I want color text as white and background color, it will give color to the button as maroon. I want to give padding. The first 10 px will be the vertical padding and next one is horizontal padding. I want to increase the font size of text. So now it's increased. I want to assign some font family. I want to remove the border, so border none. I want to add the background color to entire web page, so we can add it by using star. So it's changed now. I want to add some fields like input text. So I can enter some values in this text box. So it's now visible. So let me give it a label as name. Let me include another field as select option, so it will be a drop down. For I can select any gifts names like silk, teddy bear and bouquet like this. We can add anything here. I am adding these. So now I want to add label to the select option, so I am name it as gifts. Now you can see the two fields here. I want select option in the next row, so I am adding br break tag. I want to make these fields in the center, so I can include them in the div tag. So that they will be in center. So if I run this, now you can see they are in center. Let me add styles for my fields like input for input and select. So you can write styles like this for input comma select. I want to give margin for every field so that they look simple and I want to give padding so that vertical. Let me change to some other color so that it will look good. Font size I want to increase to large and font weight as some 20. I want to add background color for the text fields and select field. I want to remove the border so that it will look good now. We can write CSS in the three ways. First I am writing inline CSS. I want to include font family as, so this is how you write inline CSS. I want to change the color to some yellow green. It's not looking good. I'm changing to some blue color. I want to add hyperlink to the by using anchor tag so that I can redirect to this web page like frotela.com by clicking on this name. So I can add internal CSS, like so far we done internal CSS. This is how you add internal CSS like this. Want to increase the font size. So we are redirected to the web page frotela.com. Currently the site is under construction. Within few days you can see the original site. I want to include some table like headings as ID, name and gifts. So that there will be rows with the data. Like some name, gift names like silk. So I want to style this table using external CSS. Let me create a new file for me. So in this we can write the external CSS. I want to give the border to my table and save it as style.css. So 1px solid blue. So I want to include that file in the index.html. We can use this style.css by using this syntax. So now We have included style.css to index.html. So now it's applied to our table. Let me add margin at top. So there will be separation. Let me add some beautiful CSS to the table. I want to make it border with 2px and solid black. With padding 8px. So now I want to collapse border, collapse. I want to increase the width so that it will be 50% of the screen. I want to add font family and margin. For table heading, I want padding at top and padding at bottom. I want to align the table heading at left and background color as some crimson. Now you can see it's looking good. I want to change the color of my text to white at th. So let me add some other row to the table. So that it will be filled with content. Now you can see the 3 rows here. Let me include a div. So its ID will be box. So this is the history of Valentine's Day. I am typing now. So now let's run this. Let me add style for this box. So that at first I want to add background color as yellow. So now you can see it. So I want to add with some 300px. I want to add padding. So it will be 50px. It will be in all sides. I want to add margin at top 20 so that it would come down little bit. So I want to include this box in the center so that at margin left I will give. So I want to add some border with 10px solid maroon color. Let me add another div. I want to wish Valentine's Day with some background image. So I want to include background image using CSS with class name bg image. I'll style bg image. I want to include background image using URL. We can place directly URL without downloading image. So let me choose an image. So let me open this image in the new tab, copy that link address of that image and paste it in the URL with single quote. So now you can see it's not properly styled. Width will be auto, and I want to add some height as some 400px. So now you can see image, so it's repeating. I want to not to repeat image, background image, no repeat, so it will not repeat the image. So I want to make the text in the center, so that I want to align that image in the some good place, like it will be seen by. I want to add margin at left. So now image in the center. So let me add font size, increase the font size of my text. So now it's looking good. Let me add font family. So in the next video we will see when I enter details in the text field and select option, if I click send gifs, it will be added in the table. So this is JS implementation. We are gonna see this in the next video. So let me add some other so that it will be added to the next row and like this. It is totally JS related thing. We will see this in the next video. There will be continuation for the CSS also. Like and share this video. Subscribe to our channel for more content. Thank you for watching. Team Frotela signing off.